wanna be the very best that no one ever was. Bang, 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 bang. Starting off strong today. Hello there.
Oh, hi. Hello.
It's been a hot minute since we've done an eeveelution, so I think we're about due for another.
It's been a hot minute.
Espeon has been one of my favorites for so long. I mean, it just has such elegance, such class, such... Oh. Ah. That's it, I'm not going. So let's tackle this classic psychic Pokemon, and I love how it turned out. I'm so excited to show you. But before we hop right in, I have a little bit of a quickie announcement. Excuse me, I'm trying to give an announcement. Could you not spray good smelling stuff, please? Thank you. I may or may not have a super awesome plush in the works, and it comes out November 18th, and it's based off a little board that I've already made as a little bit of a hint. But you can already sign up to know the moment it goes live. It's in my description, and I will have more information in the community tab and next week. So if you guys are interested, please check it out. I would really appreciate it. Okay, let's go. Ow. I hit my chair going down. My elbow hurts. Alright, first step in making this psychic bean is going to be taking some tin foil, aluminum foil, or aluminium foil and squishing it into the rough head shape. Then we slap some clay on there and start getting our first layer on. We are bringing back the tried and true hand rotation to smooth out this bumpy boy.
Please don't actually check that. I don't know how to trademark things.
Then we add the eyes to plan out its face a little bit. And now that it's looking like an alien, it's time to make those eyes. Now, normally this is when I break out the iPad to make the eyes, but I already have these made because I planned to make this video quite a bit ago, so we're just gonna move on. By breaking out the resin, our beam of light, and our little glass eyes. First, we dab the resin goop, plop down the glass eye, and beam of light. Bing! Then we trim them from their papery prison, and we're left with some lovely psychic eyeballs. Now we can place them into their permanent home, and clearly struggle while doing it. Gotta say, it's looking even more alien. But now it's time to shape those eyes with some snakes of clay.
Wait a minute. No, I know that hand. The world's greatest hand model.
Yes, very funny, Editor Sarah. I tend to block the camera view. Okay, well now it's just looking like a weird bird. It's giving bird vibes.
Well, tweet, mother fluffer.
I totally don't want to start a debate to generate more comments for this video, but are eeveelutions all cats or all foxes? Or is it a mix of both? Because I absolutely see Espeon as a little kitty cat. Just a little graceful little feline. But Editor Sarah said it gave fennec fox vibes, so like, which is it? With my rambling done, it's time to move on to sculpting the little mouth. Now, I'm sorry, we're kind of gonna breeze through how I did the ears because I blocked the camera view the entire time. But basically, I want to make posable ears, and in order to do that, I need to make them as light as possible. So I built its form out of tinfoil and then just put the thinnest layer that I possibly could of clay on top of it. It's going to be furred anyway, so it didn't matter if it looked a little janky or you could see a little bit of the foil through. I just needed to make sure it was really thin. Moving along to the toe beans, I made them extra small because Espeon's feet just kind of end in a point, so I tried to make them really itty bitty.
It's snack time with KP Creations. It's snack time with KP Creations.
Now that we have such a bountiful harvest of beans, it's time to go on to ASMR Armature Time. Oh my.
Bye, have a great time.
Foot. What? How do I do this? With questionable levels of danger over, the armature is all done and we can move on to quilt batting.
Aesthetic.
To start building up the body, we take many strips of quilt batting and start wrapping it around the body over and over. But I noticed this time, the hair was a little floppy.
Okay. Now watch me whip, watch me nae.
Yeah, I might have needed to use a little thicker of an armature piece for that neck. It ended up being a little bit more heavier than I anticipated. But moving on, we wrapped the body over and over until it's built up to my liking, making sure not to go too ham, especially for a thin, graceful feline like this. But like I always say, if you want chunk boy, you go and you get chunk boy. If you want thin boy, you go and you get thin boy, okay? We support all body shapes and sizes here. After we say that mantra, it's time for sewing. First, we place down the delicate bean, cut up a general shape around it, make little slits for the legs to slide through. Okay, she's having way too much fun with this song now. Trim down the fluff so it fits nice and snug around the body, and then just sew straight down the middle. Here at KP Creations headquarters, we like to be masters at the art of simplicity. I do not like making sewing complicated because I am very bad at it, so the easier the better. With sewing all done, it is time to fluff the face, but we're gonna breeze right through this with some lovely snap transitions. So first, we get on the base coat. Ooh, lovely. And since my hands are just so magical and they're invisible for this next scene, we're just gonna... Yay! Yeah, I was really bad with snap transitions this time. I forgot to record it. But hey, I'm just being honest. But with that all done and it looking very strange, it's time to move on to grooming. I have many tools in my arsenal to help out with grooming, so much that I kind of feel like a real groomer. It is very strange. First, starting off with the pet shaver. This wonderful little device helps me get the fur off very quickly and very smoothly. And it really helps to get the bulk fur off the face so I can get a general idea of what this little fluffy madness is going to look like. Then we move on to the thinning shears that I think I finally figured out how to use correctly, and it's wonderful at just blending the edges so it doesn't look like everything is just a blunt cut like it used to. But when a lot of fur needs to be removed, sometimes you need that blunt cut just to get the ball rolling, and then you can go back with the thinning shears to tidy it all up, especially with the legs here. Just look at that snazzy little leg. So graceful, so delicate. But now, it's moving on to making his little cheek fluffs, and the very clear madness I was apparently going through.
I'm gonna nae away.
You're gonna nae away? God, we are a mess tonight. It's mostly me. I'm the mess.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
We'll do like that. A little bit of that action. And then it has like another one. A little shorter boy. We go get demonetized! Alright, let's see how that looks. Yeah, this was like 11 p.m. a little loopiness. But with the template figured out, we can cut it out on the fur.
Fluffy Tim and the Damned.
I triggered you guys a little bit with the last video with my little G note. Now you get a little bit of that too. My goal is to just get that song stuck in your head forever, apparently. With the cheek fluff cut out, it's time to trim it up to look all nice and then glue it on the head with a little bit of forbidden hot goop. Hot glue. I'm talking about hot glue. Just look how snazzy this little bean is looking so far. I'm very happy with how it's looking. It just looks so graceful, and the trim job was just so good, and oh, I just love it so much. Now we just need to do a little bit of airbrushing, shading, and then the gem. Now, you know I just somehow can't resist breaking out the airbrush every single video, but I just wanted to add a little bit of shading so that the fur wasn't so flat just being one color, and just to give it a little more dimension. You know I love doing that. Also, can we just talk about this fancy looking lighting and cinematography? How do I get this every single video? Because this just looks so good. I love it. Can't forget to shade them armpits. Can't forget the tiny little details like the nose and the mouth. Just make sure to not breathe during this. For the little gem on its forehead, we are just going to take a little bit of resin, a little bit of mica powder, mix it up in a shot that you thought was gonna look cool, but really just looks strange and kind of ugly. Let me tell you, this is really unaesthetic. I thought this would be a cool shot. Let me tell you, it's absolutely not. Here's my cabochon. Where is a little piece of clay so I can stabilize it. Just a little piece of clay helps it to stay flat and even. Take some adobe resin and dab it on. Then we beam of light. Bing! And a little bit gem. It's got a little shimmer. Then I just attach the little forehead gem with some fabric glue. Ugh, I'm just so in love with how this turned out, and I just couldn't be happier, and I don't even want to say anything else. I just want to go show you the montage, so let's go do that.
Yeah, boy.